Hello everyone, James here from JVC Paints. I've got another video for you guys today. I've decided to go back to my roots, or my roots as my father used to say, and I am doing a Rubicon Flak 36 or 37 Luftwaffe Field Division 88 crew. As you can see, there are 8 figures in the set, and I've got an NCO with binoculars here, an officer with binoculars here. We've got 2 loaders, I guess you could say. We've got the gunner guy, the firer. We've got the guy with the M34 observation doohickey. We've got a guy who looks like he's about to pick up a crate. And then we got a guy here who's just basically watching everybody work. These are commission work that I'm doing for a friend of mine. He asked me to do these guys as Luftwaffe Field Division. After doing them, I bought my own kit because I thought I really would like to do an early war version. And we have a group build coming up. So talking about the figures a little bit though. I haven't based them, as you can see. He wants them unbased. He wants them this way. I guess he's going to put them on. He's going to build the 88, and I guess he's going to either do it in a diorama. He's going to do something with it. So, what can I say? The details on the figures themselves are there. You really have to go in and pick them out yourself. They're not comparable, I would say, to Warlord Games or Victrix. Nowhere near. I think I was really spoiled painting the Victrix stuff. It's more pronounced. The faces on these guys, to give them any kind of character, you have to do it with the paint. They are very, very bog standard. They remind me of the early 70s or 80s kind of Tamiya figures that all kind of basically look the same. Or the Verlinden figures that all had the same head. So, but overall they were pretty good. They went together very, very easily. There were not a lot of pieces. They fit very, very well. I've gone in, I've done all the details. I've done the eagles and I've done the red bits and collar tabs and things like that. I've done the eagle on the helmet here, as you can see, and maybe you can see the national shield over here. I did those with paint. I didn't use the decals. I found the decals to be a bit iffy. Same thing. I would say the officer's cap. I had to sort of fudge it a little bit to make it look like a Luftwaffe officer's cap, but they turned out pretty well. So well enough that I bought my own kit. So I'm gonna throw some photos of these up in a second or two because I got to take them for my buddy. Then I'm gonna do a bit of a size comparison. As I mentioned before, the facial details are kind of lacking, and another thing I'd like to point out too with the Rubicon models here is that is the size of the scale. So I like these figures enough. If you're really into figure painting, they're probably not for you. If you're a wargamer, they're probably totally for you. If you're somewhere in between those two extremes, then they're probably for you. You'd be okay with them. But let's just take a look at the size comparison. So we've got these guys here. I'm going to zip over here. These are the couple figures I want to compare them to, I guess you could say. So here we've got the Warlord Games Joachim Piper figure, and then we've got the same crew member who's just happens to be over here. It's the same guy. They're on the same base here, so I've got them at the same height. As you can see, Joachim Piper is a little bit more detailed, and with his face and things like that, more than the Rubicon figure. The Rubicon figure is actually a little bit slighter. Next to the Rubicon figure, without a base, about the same height is a Tamiya 148 scale tank mechanic guy. And so I think the Rubicon stuff, even if it's at 156, is probably comparable in size to the Tamiya stuff. So you can totally mix and match them. I don't think anybody would ever really notice anything different, especially on the table. And then in the back, just for fun, I've got Sturmbannführer Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, who snuck in his time machine. So that's it for the figures. I'm going to talk a little bit about the group build. In my previous video I mentioned that there's a group build coming up, so I decided to do, this is the gun that I'm going to do. So I went out and got, of course I've got my own Flak 88, 36, 37, and I also have the Tamiya version here, which is only a Flak 37, so either this one or this one. I've built this one before. You've seen it maybe in a couple battle reports. There's an example of it there. So I'm going to probably try and do this one first, see how it turns out. All these figures are wrong, and depending on how that goes, we'll get onto this one too. So that's what's coming up for me. I don't know when. That's like a, you know, whatever, a couple of weeks from now for sure. So anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a real short one. Keep those brushes moving. We'll catch you in the next one, and bye.